Good news, everyone! We're back with more Futurama. This is Season 6, Episode 18. Last time, we had Bender duplicating smaller and smaller versions of himself. It was absolutely ridiculous. Everybody in the world got drunk, and then the Benders had to fight a ugly, giant Patton Oswalt. It was so dumb. But this episode is called Tip of the Zoidberg. The saying is tip of the iceberg, which typically means that you're only seeing a little bit of a much larger picture. So maybe we're gonna really dig into what makes Zoidberg Zoidberg. Maybe get a little into his backstory, why somebody with an art history doctorate is a medical doctor. And we saw a few episodes ago that he's been around since the very first crew of Planet Express, and Farnsworth has stuck with him through all manners of incompetence. Why? Maybe it'll be like that Big Bang Theory episode where we flash back to Leonard first meeting Sheldon and learn why Leonard puts up with him in the first place. Now I'm really looking forward to getting some answers from this episode, and will be really disappointed if the episode is not about that at all. But let's check this out. Full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like and let's get started. Mom Corp! Jams, jellies, and military systems?
Stop gaining knowledge, Hubert.
Wow.
It's a simple mission. The grunts catch the
Stop
alien,
gaining knowledge.
The surgeon guts it, and you smuggle the poison parts back here.
It's not a duffel bag. It's my apartment.
It's your apartment.
Hubert, meet John Zoidberg. You need an alien hacked to pieces, he's the best there is.
He's a butcher.
In the budget.
He's a butcher.
There's nothing unethical about covert biological weapons research. I said relax!
Aww.
Zoidberg,
They go so far back.
We've known each other so long.
They're just throwing mice for
Sometimes I don't
owls
think
to eat.
we even need words to understand each other. What?
What?
So you're in
MD.
town and have a bunch of needles. I prescribe acupuncture. Let me
No.
in.
No. What?
Blood? I mean
Blood?
Fry lost a lot of juice. He's developed Simpson's jaundice.
Ay caramba!
His
Simpsons
only
jaundice.
hope is some replacement liver. You may feel a slight sign.
Stop. Stop.
And all we need is a little spine supplement to replace what Leela lost in that unavoidable saw mix-up.
It wasn't unavoidable.
My body rejected
Oh
your
my
liver,
God.
and now I've got Garfield.
You're Garfield.
Syndrome. Oh, I hate Mondays.
You
Anyhow,
hate
Ernest,
Mondays.
All Leela needs is one of your vertebrae.
No.
Doctor,
No.
will I
No.
be able to limbo afterwards?
Good as new.
He's green now. He's
Sure, Leela's fine,
Kermit?
but my jaundice has progressed to Muppet gangrene. I got
no,
news
no,
for
no,
you.
no,
I'm
no,
not staying
no,
like
no,
this.
no,
You're the
no,
doctor.
It's a miracle they're all
Started out
alive.
as a pleasant afternoon of drugs and surgery has not gone as planned.
We're over the drop zone, gentlemen. Might I suggest you jump out the door and poop yourself?
Parachute? Hello?
Oh, so
Oh.
anyway.
So anyway.
the men have been taking their hypermalaria pills.
Hypermalaria.
Just be sure to stay out of the methane swamps.
We're in the methane swamps.
What smells like methane?
My God, I've never seen such a gruesome shark attack, especially
Shark.
this far inland.
It wasn't a shark.
Oh my God.
Awful, incompetent doctor.
He's a Smurf.
He must have been a total Zoidberg. We'll all get through this. I give you my word as a real doctor.
As a real doctor.
Me.
What did he do to you?
I don't know exactly, but I'm incontinent.
Bender can't go on long car trips anymore, and I say Zoidberg must die.
People,
He'd die.
please.
What
Let's
about
not overreact.
Smurf? Oh.
Death to the crab!
A lot of these men will be dead within 24 hours.
What?
Well, not you, though. You'll make a complete recovery and go on to marry a supermodel. Funny plague, hypermalaria. It can kill immediately or lie dormant for decades. But sooner or later, it erupts, causing fever, spasms, madness, coma, and finally, death.
What?
Aren't you doomed as well?
I'll be in the swamp blowing the smirk off a toxic yeti.
We've had it with Zoidberg. We demand you fire him.
Nonsense. Zoidberg's a fine physician. For aliens, you're
For aliens.
being human.
Thanks to Dr. Scissorhands, I wet myself every time I laugh.
How?
It's not funny.
What does he have on you? Why have you kept him around all these years when he's so grossly
You're gonna get
incompetent?
shaken baby syndrome. Shaken old man syndrome.
Long ago, Zoidberg and I entered into a secret arrangement relating to certain extraordinary events too horrible to reveal. So there's nothing to be curious about. Stop or I'll shoot!
You're already shooting.
Zoidberg?
It's Zoidberg.
You can't hunt a Yeti by yourself, sir. It's suicidal.
I'm going to die of hypermalaria anyway. I was in the same swamp as the rest of the men.
Just because you were in the swamp doesn't necessarily mean...
I was thirsty from the flight. I drank swamp water. I might as well capture a Yeti and die trying.
Then you'll need someone to dissect it. Friend?
Oh god!
Crunch all you want. I'll make more.
You'll make more?
I lost another one.
We don't know why the professor keeps you around here, and we don't
Oh.
care. You're a terrible doctor. Nobody wants to see you ever again.
Put her...
Dr. Zoidberg, I
Okay.
want to see you right now. The time has come, my friend.
Hypermalaria?
Talk about our arrangement.
Oh no. No, no. Oh no, no, no.
I saw this in a Tarzan movie. It was called Tarzan versus the Yetis.
It's green.
I lo-
He got scratched. That can't be insignificant.
You saved my life.
Oh, fuff.
Yes, Fuff.
Fuff.
How can I ever repay you? Do you need a slave? Or maybe a
A
butler?
slave?
The fever, the madness.
Don't forget the spasms, coma, and death.
Oh, I don't want to go through that. So stay with
What if
me
it's not
until
true?
the symptoms start. Then put me out of my misery. You must swear.
Damn.
It's time
What if it's
for you to
unrelated?
Keep your promise and kill me.
This is very difficult, but I'll try.
Try?
I
What?
do want you to kill me, but I mustn't see it coming. That would be agony.
Surprise
You
assassination.
murder me completely by surprise.
As God
Cool.
is my...
Oh boy.
Not surprising enough. My heart.
And it falls down to him and wakes him up. This is hilarious.
Hey, what are you doing there?
You're making a mistake. I was only trying to kill the
It's a straitjacket?
professor.
I was only trying to kill...
He doesn't have hair.
He doesn't have
Little
hair.
Caesar's ghost.
You stupid life-prolonging fool!
Life-prolonging.
I asked Zoidberg to kill me. It's one of the symptoms
Probably.
of Tritonian hypermalaria.
You mean the incurable disease that causes fever, spasms, insanity, coma, and finally death?
Yes,
Couldn't we just have moved it out of the way? What are we doing?
Should have known better than to store my antiques in the office.
Oh no!
We have a situation, Mother. This creature tried to sandcrab
Oh.
into the building.
Zoidberg?
Sorry I didn't call first, Carol. But I'm in a hurry.
Carol.
I need your help to save Hubert.
Do you ever regret it, John? Leaving me to work for the professor?
Oh, what do you want me to say? He saved my life.
No big deal.
But I need the thing.
The thing?
Thing from Triton.
It'll cost you, John. How much are you worth now?
I live in a dumpster.
That's really all you have? Then I'll take it.
Okay, Murderlator's finished.
Murder later? Oh, it's a huge freaking machine.
Myself.
I think the death wheel itself is okay without the cyanide. Yup. Oh boy.
Kill check 1 is good.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Is that a nuke?
kill check 2 is go.
Oh, this is so ridiculous. Wasn't Farnsworth saying he doesn't want to fear dying? This seems like a very long way to be afraid of dying.
Zoidberg, we know about your secret agreement. I am so sorry for how we treated you.
And to make it up to you, we're killing the professor for you so he doesn't die horribly from hypermalaria.
He doesn't have hypermalaria, you idiots. He has Yetiism.
Yetiism.
When he saved my life all those years ago, he was scratched by a Yeti. Yeah.
Can we? Oh god.
Wow. Hold him down while I prepare the antidote.
Can we do it somewhere else?
The pineal
Conrad.
neurotoxin neutralizes the adrenal neurotoxin. That's why Yetis don't drive themselves mad.
Huh. Oh my god. Oh no. That was ridiculous. Bender, no! Okay. Was this all planned?
It wasn't supposed to do any of those things.
Okay.
You did it, Johnny! I'm cured!
Yay! You might live to 200. No, the salad was cut.
I don't understand, Zoidberg. How did you persuade Mom to give you her precious Yeti head? Did you have to promise anything in return?
Come on, everyone! Let's go tanning!
No, he doesn't have a coupon!
It's on me.
Yay!
Thank you, Hubert.
This is why you make friends. Oh, that is wonderful. That was actually a really, really satisfying episode. New haircut. That was a very wonderful episode. We understand why Zoidberg has been around for so long, even though he doesn't understand human physiology at all. Apparently, though, he's an expert in alien physiology, which, okay, maybe we should have a doctor on board for human staff, given that our crew is almost entirely human. I'm surprised that the regular doctor was able to put everybody back together, though, after Zoidberg just took them apart entirely. I mean, Zoidberg made Scruffy into just a head and a leg, like that mutant. And actually, speaking of the mutants, they're still allowed to live above the surface now, but I don't think we've seen any of them up here yet. And I'm actually impressed that Zoidberg is able to do all that harm to everybody and still keep them alive. He kept using spare parts from everybody to patch the mistakes he made with the previous patient. And, I mean, yes, there are some organs where you can live with just one instead of two, but I wouldn't call them spare parts. Which also makes me wonder, because he's an expert on alien physiology, his assumption about spare parts must mean that the majority of alien life forms have spare organs just lying around. That's really interesting. But yeah, he stabbed the cactus needles even more into Fry's hands. That was disgusting. Then cut Leela in half. Then cut out a portion of Hermes' torso to put into Leela. I don't know if he's going to be able to limbo anymore. But okay, even if he has an expertise in alien physiology, there's no way aliens are okay with this sort of procedure, right? And also, Mom referred to him as a butcher when Farnsworth asked for the surgeon. Granted, that was in 27, meaning it's been 84 years since then. He's been practicing medicine for at least 84 years. And yeah, Zoidberg was already in his adult stage back then. We saw a bunch of younger stages in that Aging Down episode. So how old is Zoidberg? We know he was around also for that first crew of Farnsworth's Planet Express. But yeah, he's been around for a while. And his door said MD. What does the M stand for? Murder doctor? Mutilating doctor? Maybe it's meat disassembly. That last one actually fits because of the whole butcher thing. But yeah, he also somehow made Fry turn into different cartoon characters. First it was the Simpsons, then Garfield, then Kermit, and then a Smurf. Oh man. But yeah, Zoidberg and Farnsworth's relationship is actually really, really sweet. It seems like Farnsworth is Zoidberg's first friend ever, and they stood by each other, saved each other's lives, but Farnsworth kept him around to kill him whenever it became necessary, and it sounds like Zoidberg could have actually been a very financially successful doctor if he continued to work with Mom, but instead he chose to stick with his friend. It's very, very sweet. But then he actually has to kill his friend, and he promises to do it. It's interesting that Farnsworth was actually suffering from yetification? Yetiism? Both that and hypermalaria can lie dormant in a person's body for decades before showing up and presenting in nearly the same way. So, just because Farnsworth has Yetiism, does that necessarily preclude him from having hypermalaria as well? He can have both, right? What if the symptoms show up at some point later on in the series? But yeah, it was fun watching Zoidberg try to assassinate the professor so that Farnsworth wouldn't notice and wouldn't have to face the fear of dying. And then the crew also catches Zoidberg. What a hilarious turn of events. And the contraption they built to kill Farnsworth in his place, just absolutely ridiculous. But also, Bender made a salad that was chopped up by the blades that had been doused in cyanide. Wouldn't that make eating the salad super dangerous? By the time the next episode starts, we'll learn that tragically Farnsworth died off-screen due to cyanide poisoning. And also, it was just so over the top to use cyanide already when there were spinning blades of death. Man, But yeah, Zoidberg actually goes to Mom for help. He's on a first-name basis with her even after all these years, and she seems to have a soft spot for him and Farnsworth, trading the priceless Yeti head for like a tanning coupon that I'm not even sure she'll use. And yeah, Zoidberg really missed that coupon at the end, but Farnsworth treated him to a free session. Really, really sweet. And then they both go whoop, 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 down the street. So excellent. Good old Zoidberg. He's always been, like, good for a laugh, but learning about his backstory, his loyalty, that was really, really cool, and I like him a lot more than I did before. Not to say I didn't like him before, but yeah, my love for him has grown a lot. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like, really helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys next week with more. Bye friends.